Hi guys, in this video I'm going to be showing you how you can mine Ethereum on your M1 Mac. I'm not suggesting that you should do this, I'm just going to show you how to do it in case you want to experiment with mining or to get your hands on some Ethereum without having to buy it through an exchange. First, you're going to need a wallet so that you have somewhere to store the Ethereum coins that you mine. For this video I'll be using the Coinomi wallet. Coinomi can be used to store various different cryptocurrencies including Ethereum. There's a desktop client available for macOS and there are also versions for Windows, iOS and Android. On the Coinomi website, click the download button to bring you to the download page, then scroll down until you see the version for macOS. Click on download and Safari will ask if you want to allow downloads from Coinomi.com. Click allow and the file should be saved to your downloads folder. Open your downloads folder and double click the Coinomi wallet DMG file to mount it. Then you can drag the icon into your applications folder. Due to Big Sur's security settings, the first time you run Coinomi, you'll see a message saying that it can't be opened because Apple can't check it for malicious software. To bypass this, click OK. Then open System Preferences and choose Security and Privacy. At the bottom where it says Coinomi Wallet was blocked from use, click Open anyway and then click Open. Coinomi Wallet should then run. The first time you run Coinomi you'll need to create your wallet. So on the first screen, click the button labelled Create a New Wallet. On the next page you'll be given a 25-word passphrase, which you need to write down carefully on a piece of paper in the same order that they appear on the screen and keep somewhere safe. If you ever lose or forget these words, you'll no longer have access to your cryptocurrency. Once you've done that, click Next and you'll be asked to verify your recovery phrase. Click on each of the words one by one in the same order that you wrote them down and then click Next. Then you'll be asked to set a password. This password will be used to protect your wallet in everyday use. Choose a password of at least 10 characters and type it into both boxes. Then click Next. On the next page you can select which coins you want to use with the wallet. Coinomi supports multiple cryptocurrencies, but for the purposes of this video I'm just going to be selecting Ethereum. You can always add more coins later if you need to. After clicking Next again, you get to the Terms of Service. Read through them and then click Accept. And that's it, your wallet has been created and you're ready to start sending or receiving Ethereum. Now we need a program to do the actual mining. For this, I'm going to be using the M1 native version of ethminer, compiled by Ethan. Go to the ethminer M1 GitHub page, which I'll link down in the video description, and click on Releases on the right. Then click on M1 pre-compiled binary and click ethminer M1 under Assets. This should save ethminer M1 to your downloads folder. Once it's downloaded, drag the icon from your downloads folder to Applications. Now we need to make the file executable and override the security settings in Big Sur to allow it to run. Open a terminal window and type cd/applications to change to the applications folder. Then type chmod +x ethminer-m1 to make the ethminer app executable and allow it to be run from the terminal. To run it, you can type /ethminer-m1 and press enter. The first time you try to run it, a message will pop up saying that ethminer can't be run because it can't be checked for malicious software. To bypass that, click OK to close the error message and then open System Preferences. Click Security and Privacy and then click Open Anyway next to where it says ethminer M1 was blocked from use. Then switch back to the terminal, run ethminer M1 again and then click Open. Ethminer should run and immediately close because we didn't specify any arguments, but it means that it will run in future without being blocked by Big Sur security settings. Next you need to choose a pool to mine with. There are dozens of Ethereum mining pools. You can have a look at poolwatch.io for a full list. But for this video I'm going to be using ethermine.org, which at the time of making this video is one of the biggest pools with the highest number of active miners. Now we need to configure ethminer to mine to the ethermine.org pool with your Ethereum wallet address. Ethermine's configuration is passed as command line arguments, but rather than typing them every time you want to start mining, it's easiest to create a small text file called a shell script that we can execute whenever we want to mine. So open TextEdit and create a new text file. In the text file, type /ethminer -m1 space -p space stratum : //. Now you need your Ethereum wallet address. Switch to Coinomi wallet, click on Ethereum and then click the button labeled Receive at the top. A window will pop up containing your Ethereum wallet address, and you can click on the clipboard icon to copy it to the clipboard. Then switch back to your text file and press Command and V to paste it immediately after the 2 //. Then type a period and choose a name for your worker. I'm just going to call mine MBA for MacBook Air. Immediately after the worker name, type an @sign. Now you need to type the URL of the pooled server. Ethermine has different servers depending on which part of the world you're in. Since I'm in Europe, I'm going to use the European server. So after the @sign in the text file, I'm going to type eu1.ethermine.org. Finally, you need a colon followed by the Stratum port number. We can see that the Ethermine port number is 4444. So after the server URL in the text file, I'm going to type :4444. And that's the entire command we use to start mining Ethereum. Before saving the file, we need to change it from rich text format to plain text. So go into the Format menu and select Make Plain Text. Then click OK. Once you've done that, you can save the file. Go to File, then Save, and change the Save folder to Applications. Then choose a name for the file. I'm going to call mine startminingeth.sh. You need to put the sh extension so that it's recognized as a shell script. Once the file has been saved, we just need to make it executable and then we can start mining. Back in the terminal window, make sure that you're in the Applications folder, then type chmod +x startminingeth.sh. This tells macOS that the file is an executable script. Now to start mining, we can type ./startminingeth.sh and ethminer will connect to the server and start mining Ethereum using the GPU in your M1 Mac. It'll take a short while for the DAG file to be created, and then you should start seeing the hash rate go up. Finally, I'll show you how to get paid. After a few minutes of mining, you should start to see accepted shares in the miner log window. Once you have a few shares, you can paste your Ethereum wallet address into the ethermine.org website in the box labeled Miner Address. Press Enter and you'll see your mining statistics. At the bottom of the page, you'll see your average hash rate. Mine is 2.2 megahashes per second. The default payout threshold on ethermine.org is 1 Ethereum. To change that, you can click on Settings, then type the value you want into the box for payout threshold. You'll also need to type your public IP address into the bottom box. The easiest way to find your IP address is just to go to google.com and type "what's my IP address?" Then copy the result and paste it into the box. Then you can click Submit and you'll see a pop-up saying that your settings have been updated. So how much can you earn? On my M1 MacBook Air, I get about 2.2 megahashes per second. That's not very fast, and at the time of making this video, it earns about 0.00006 Ethereum per day, or about 18 cents. On the bright side though, the M1 is only using about 5 watts of power. I hope this video helps if you're looking to mine some Ethereum on your M1 Mac. If you have any questions, put them down in the comments below and I'll do my best to answer them. That's it for this video, thanks for watching.